Yet thousands are fooled. They believe the person in front of the camera is the one reciting, when in reality it is nothing more than performance. And here is where the danger begins.
أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة.
Millions of views, endless comments praising the voice, and pages dedicated entirely to this kind of content. At first glance, it looks beautiful. After all, what could be wrong with more people sharing the words of Allah? But here is the problem. Not every one of these reciters is really reciting. Some are using the Quran as a tool for attention, treating it like a trend instead of the Book of Allah. They lip-sync to the voices of famous qurra, exaggerate their expressions, and post for likes and shares, not for khushu or sincerity. And while it may look harmless at first, there is something much more dangerous happening beneath the surface. Because when the Quran is treated like entertainment, it loses the respect and awe that Allah commands from us. But that is just the beginning. What happens next will shock you even more. At first, people think these videos are genuine. They hear a beautiful voice and assume the person in the video is the one reciting. The comments are full of people saying, "MashaAllah, what a reciter." But if you listen closely, you will notice something strange. Many of these so-called reciters are not reciting at all. They are lip-syncing over recordings of well-known Quran reciters, like Sheikh Muhammad Al-Fahi, or others whose voices are instantly recognizable to anyone who listens carefully.
إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما.
Yet thousands are fooled. They believe the person in front of the camera is the one reciting, when in reality it is nothing more than performance. And here is where the danger begins. Because when you pretend the Quran is your own voice, when you build followers off a lie, it is no longer da'wah. It becomes riyah, showing off. And the Prophet ﷺ warned us that the very first people judged on the Day of Judgment will include those who recited the Quran to be seen and praised by others. But this is just scratching the surface. Because what some of these pages do next goes even further. If it was only lip-syncing, that would already be concerning. But sadly, some of these pages take it to a level of outright disrespect. Instead of showing humility before the words of Allah, they turn it into entertainment. We see people screaming verses at the top of their lungs as if it were a joke. Others perform exaggerated reactions or act out skits while pretending to recite. Some even post one video of recitation and then immediately follow it with music, dancing, or comedy. At this point, it is no longer about Quran at all. It is a spectacle, something to shock, something to trend, something to make people laugh. And the most painful part? Millions of Muslims are watching, sharing, and even praising these clips without realizing the seriousness of what is happening. Allah said in the Quran, "Had we sent down this Quran upon a mountain, you would have seen it humbled and torn apart out of awe of Allah." If even a mountain would crumble from the weight of the Quran, how can we reduce it to background audio for jokes and skits? How can we scream it for attention or lip-sync it like a song? But the danger is not only in how they treat the Quran, it is also in what it teaches viewers to do next. The problem is not only with the people making these videos. The real danger is what it does to those who watch them. When we laugh, share, and spread these clips, we begin to normalize disrespect. The Quran stops being the word of Allah in our hearts and starts being treated like background noise for comedy. This is exactly what Shaitan wants, to make us numb, to make us forget the weight of revelation, and to turn what should bring us closer to Allah into cheap entertainment. And what happens when millions get used to this? The next generation might not even know the difference between sincere recitation and mockery. But there is still hope, if we recognize the trap before it is too late. My brothers and sisters, don't be deceived by views, likes, and viral clips. This is not Quran. This is disrespect in disguise. Don't share it, don't follow it, don't normalize it. Instead, listen to the voices of the authentic Quran reciters. Let your heart tremble, let your eyes soften, and let your soul remember that this is not entertainment. This is revelation. May Allah make us people of Quran who honor it, live by it, and are raised with it on the Day of Judgment. Ameen.